It's like early early summer, late spring conditions here at the top of Mount Rose. I'm waiting for my friend Turtle to show up. We're gonna go hike a section of the Tahoe Rim Trail that he hasn't hiked yet. Turtle was running late, so we were supposed to get on the trail earlier in the day, and we ended up getting on the trail later in the day. So that's fine. We were planning to do 3 days, 20 miles. And so one of the days was going to be pretty mellow. So it turned out that the first day was the mellow day. That's okay. We looked in the app far out, and there was this vista that came up about a mile, mile and a half into the trail. And it said it had some of the best views in Lake Tahoe. So I thought, all right, we can go check that out. It did have some great views, I have to admit. And it probably is one of the best views of Lake Tahoe. But it did make me think about what are the various metrics that go into the best view in Lake Tahoe. Is it percentage of the lake? Is it view of the various peaks around the lake? I think that you also have to consider a place to sit so you can gaze out upon the view because there's so many views in Lake Tahoe. So seating is important when it comes to a view spot because you really need to be able to sit down and take it all in. I would agree with the comments. This was one of the best views in Lake Tahoe, and you should definitely visit. We entered into the Mount Rose Wilderness. This is a relatively high section of the trail. Most of it is above 9,000 feet. And because of the snow, we were able to see evidence of some of the creatures that are out there. As we approach Reliable Springs, we do approach the first snowfield of the day. We were warned about this snowfield by some of the adventure runners that are out there, but we figured we would be able to get through. I did have a pair of micro spikes in the bag just in case things got a little too crazy. There was definitely a moment when I turned to Turtle and said, "We should consider whether or not we should move forward." Uh, we did continue to move forward as there was a footpath that we were able to follow. And eventually, we actually ran into another guy. Shout out to Iceman. And he was coming the other direction. And so Turtle and I were the third and fourth people to go through this section. Other than that, it was a pretty lonely section of the Tahoe Rim Trail. So we made it to the top of Relay Peak. By this time, we were not over the snow, and we were definitely only following one person who was heading in our direction, and there was another person, Iceman, who was heading in the other direction. And so I just had to sort of choose whose footprints to follow. Since I had rapport with Iceman, I tended to follow his footprints a little more than the other person's footprints, who I had never met.